On reflection, do you think that was grotesquely tasteless thing to be posting?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You know what, Destiny? You don't give a about the kids, do you?
Admit it. I do.
Because you thought it was funny. You thought it was
I'm not
funny.
the one voting to take money away
You
from
thought
these
it was
things.
funny to go on X.
If you want to talk about grotesque and ghoulish things that are being said,
it's what you put online. I agree with you. It's what you wrote online.
But just to be clear, Destiny, you don't.
No answers. Just to be clear,
Destiny, please stop talking.
I'm not going to sit here and argue about jokes.
Destiny, I want to ask you a question. So, a woman called Kylie Jane Kramer posted on X, I've been trying to wrap my head around how the flooding in Texas became so devastating so quickly. Why not evacuate? Then I saw this. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick said the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 46 minutes around 4 a.m. That doesn't even seem natural. To which you reposted this and you put your own words. I heard God call those kids because they were using NordVPN, promo code Destiny, to get around the Texas ban. On reflection, do you think that was grotesquely tasteless thing to be posting?
Absolutely not. The hand wringing here. Oh my God! Stop. If you want to talk about children, then you should talk about the residents of Kerr County who rejected using ARPA funds to build the very siren system that Ted Cruz was over here virtue signaling about. Now that the kids are dead, last I checked, the siren system isn't bringing anybody back to life. Okay, the very same system that they could have built for the better part of the last decade. They didn't want to touch those ARPA funds because they thought that if they did, Biden would go and steal their homes, which is the exact same lie that was told in North Carolina when people were rejecting FEMA funds because they thought that if the government was giving them money for their houses, they'd steal it. If you want to talk about grotesque and ghoulish things that are being said,
it's what you put online. I agree with you. It's what you wrote online. It is grotesque. It's disgusting. But I mean, I guess that's what you do.
How long have people like you told us that if we spend less money in Ukraine, you guys are going to spend more money investing in things like infrastructure in the United States? Where is that money going?
We just had another
massive debt increase. Another massive debt increase for more tax cuts for wealthy people. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
But just to be clear, Destiny, you don't.
No answers. Just to be clear,
Destiny,
I'm going to talk.
Please stop talking.
I'm not going to sit here and argue about jokes when these guys are spreading lies that are leading to the actual destruction of these. Oh, except you guys do when it happens in LA when it's about the wildfires. You guys make jokes when politicians are getting killed in Minnesota.
Go look at my X account.
Just the rest of your party is. Just the rest of your party is.
Don't talk over each other because we can't hear you.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Destiny. Just to be clear, you don't regret posting. I heard God kill those kids because they were using NordVPN
I'm not going to sit here and argue about jokes on Twitter while you allow the very same misinformation to spread on this program that leads to people not putting up siren systems, okay, because they think that Biden is going to go steal their homes.
That wasn't my question.
I think it is absolutely insane.
Wasn't my question.
I think it's insane that you want to go and hand-wring liberals over jokes that are not even half as crazy as some of the things these conservatives say.
Okay, but just to be clear, you don't regret doing it.
There's no tweet like that out there.
Just to be clear, Destiny,
absolutely not.
Just to be clear, you don't regret posting it.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
So this is a tragedy that took place. And by the way, this is personal because I know people who lost children. There are funerals that are taking place.
Just to be clear, you're saying that there are
talking about the funeral for a second?
You're saying
let him finish,
up like 15 times. So you're saying there are no citizens saying that they don't want to use the American Rescue Plan funds. They didn't want to use that money because they thought Biden would take their homes.
I'm going to go back to what I said.
That transcript doesn't exist.
But can you let Ben finish, given he was talking about the funerals of dead children?
I have friends whose kids
Please let him finish what he was saying.
He doesn't care. As long as he admits he doesn't give a fuck about the kids. That's okay.
You know what, Destiny? You don't give a fuck about the kids, do you?
Admit it. I do.
Because you thought it was funny. You thought it was funny.
I'm not the one voting to take money away from these things.
You thought it was funny to go on X and talk about, I heard God kill those kids because they weren't using a NordVPN to get around the Texas porn ban. That is disgusting. You're the one using children in a grotesque manner. So let me just lay that down for the record.
Just to be clear, let me lay it down as well. How many people did my joke kill?
No, it's just disgustingly tasteless.
Exactly.
You're a sick man.
And then how many kids died because there's no siren system because people like this guy over here made up the lie that Biden was going to steal your homes if you accept the American Rescue Plan. If you accept American Rescue Plan money. Exactly.
I never made that up.
The difference is
I would like to hear Ben. I would like to hear Ben finish the story he was telling us when he was talking about the funerals of children. So let him finish that, please.
What do you mean we didn't have the funerals? Wouldn't that be better?
Can we mute him?
Rather than you talking about why you were right to crack a sick joke.
This flood did not ask if you were liberal or conservative, rich or poor, black or white, or anything else in between. People lost their lives, and many people lost their lives trying to save kids in an unprecedented flood. If we could go back, I'm sure this community would have said, we'll figure out a way to have the money. You're dealing with an area that has a lot of volunteer first responders and firefighters. Can I finish, please? Like, maybe you'll learn something and not be such a tool.
You just lie.
You don't live there. You don't know. You've never been there. I've been there. I've talked to people. You don't know anybody that died in this flood. You're a POS. That's who you are. I would like to finish my point, Piers. There are people that died in this flood helping try to save the lives of others. There are elderly that died. I know people that lost children in this flood. They would love to go back and have a different warning system. By the way, we don't know if the warning system would have changed anything at all. The warnings came out early. Unfortunately, there's spotty cell phone there.